So I'm recording this episode right after the last one. You can probably tell I haven't even changed my clothes. And I'm just trying to figure out why we have only won 2 of our first 19 games here. And I did some digging. What is bringing us down? And so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things we are worse than the league at. Unsurprisingly, the first thing is that we are the worst team in terms of points. Yes, we're only 0.1 behind the Spurs, but the Spurs then have a 3.5 point gap between them and the next guys. So us and the Spurs are in our own kind of league of suck in terms of scoring. And well, I don't know if we have the solution to that on the roster. I honestly think the solution to that is going to be, a star player, which we can't really acquire. We combine that with being, the fifth worst defense, and we got a differential that's nearly 4 points worse than the next worst team in the league. And so that's really not going well for us. And if you look, another thing we suck at, I don't really know if this is something that we can fix necessarily, but we're here at 21st place in terms of free throw attempts, which isn't terrible, but when we do get to the line, we're the worst at converting there. I think that's just a function of our big guys taking most of the free throws, and Jalen Duren's just not a great free throw shooter. Something that I was surprised about is we're not really good at rebounding. We're 29th in the league in terms of offensive rebound percentage, and then defensive rebound percentage, we are dead last by a really wide margin too. And so another thing, offensively, we are dead last in assists, and those are kind of the glaring things that I saw. Nothing else too incredibly important that we should look at. So the first thing I want to go do is take a look at our game plan and what we could maybe change here. And I think we're going to focus more on the shooting. We're not an incredible shooting team, but I think we were 21st in field goal three-point percentage, or 22nd. Compared to where we rank in a lot of other stuff, we're better there than we are in a lot of other areas. Offensive rebound, I'd like to get Jalen Duren crashing the offensive rebounds a little bit more. I think he can increase his production that way. At the end of last episode, we talked about increasing his minutes a little bit to increase his production. I think encouraging him to crash the offensive glass more can also do the same. Defensive focus, I think we're going to go towards protect the paint. Through 3 episodes, we've seen guards just attack us on drives and be very, very successful at it. Hopefully this can change that a little bit. I'm not going to change the defensive aggression. One thing that I already changed, so he naturally had crash defensive glass. And I was wondering if the reason that we were dead last in rebound percentage was because we didn't have this, but he already had it. So I switched it to some crash, others run, because if we're going to be the worst rebounding team in the league, fine, but at least when we get it, can we get some transition buckets, right? If even we're saying, hey, we really need to grab a defensive rebound, and we're still terrible at it, let's just accept the fact that we're no good at it and get some more transition opportunities is kind of my thought process here. We'll see how much of an impact that will make long term on our defensive rebound percentage. If it drops even significantly lower, I'll probably change it back. But this is going to be kind of the focus points we're going now. Another one is that I wanted to take a look at individual players, and I did do that as well. And so one glaring thing that I saw when looking at this was just how bad Mike Conley has been for us. I drafted him early in the draft for 2 reasons. One, to mentor Andrew Nembhard, and he still offers value there. But the second was that I thought he was going to be a steady vet just for year 1 to kind of, bring us some sort of year 1 flexibility where he could put us in good sets and hit his shots, but he's shooting under 27% from 3 and shooting like 32.5% from the field. That is atrocious. And so one thing I want to do is bench Mike Conley. So far, we've been splitting the points between Nembhard and Conley. I think we're going to give Conley a little bit less minutes and have Andrew Nembhard start for our team. Going back to the stats here, if you take a look at Nemhard, he's just been better. Like they've been having the equal amount of minutes roughly, right? Mike Conley is 24.7, Andrew Nemhard 23.2, so 1.5 minute difference. And Nemhard's not quite as good at getting assists, which we're already so bad at it that you don't want to lessen that. But the fact is, I'd rather get a little bit better at scoring the ball. I think it's easier to get assists when you're scoring. He's shooting like 10% better here and a little bit better from 3 as well, despite not having nearly as much 3-point ability as Mike Conley. And so this is just a change that we have to make, I feel like. So Conley will be benched going forward. Thought about trading him, but again, the first reason that we got him was to mentor Andrew Nemhard, and I still think he's a valuable asset in that sense. He's probably not going to be very happy that he's being benched, and we'll likely look to move him at the deadline if we can get a pick for him. But that's my thought process there. And another thing, if we're going to focus on our offense on 3-point shooting, I think we got to get our best 3-point shooter our second best 3-point shooter on the floor. And to do that, we're probably a trade away. And now I talked at the end of last episode about maybe trading Isaiah Joe, just because he's been so incredibly bad defensively. But not only is he going to actually help our offense now that we're going to be focusing on our shooters, but really it only makes sense to trade guys who can net you picks, and just nobody's offering us a pick here. You know what I mean? So there's just not a good trade for Isaiah Joe where Braun would come in and play backup shooting guard. However, right now he's listed as a small forward, and we could use backup small forward minutes. Were we to trade actually one of our power forwards is what I want to do, because then Chuma Okeke could slide into the backup power forward role. Braun would be our backup small forward, etc., etc. And there was a trade that I liked that I was getting offered when I went for Javonte Green. Now you might be thinking, why Green over Royce O'Neal? Let's just quickly go over their stats. Royce O'Neal, he's tied for second on the team in terms of assists per game right now. And so, yeah, he's not having a great year field goal percentage wise. That's because he basically only shoots threes, which he's at least solid at. He's not terrible there. Javonte Green, he's shooting better on his twos, not shooting as well on his threes, and just doesn't have nearly the assist production. So probably a better scorer could maybe help the scoring over me to start Javonte Green and trade away Royce O'Neal. But the fact that Javonte Green is giving us a trade that I think I really like here from the Warriors. Anthony Lamb, if you didn't watch episode 1, I talked briefly about what are going to be my trade rules in that episode, and I talked about if we make a trade and it involves a player like it's often going to because of the matching salary requirement in the NBA for making trades, that guy just has to go to the bottom of the bench. So Anthony Lamb, not really part of this trade in terms of somebody that's going to actually impact our team. But finally, we'd be able to get our first additional first-round pick. Of course, we have our own first-round picks, but we've yet to really get any additional capital. Yeah, it's all the way out to 2027, but I think the Warriors, who are trying to win a championship with their core while they still can, go ahead and getting this guy who's actually a pretty good 3-and-D player skill-wise, and maybe in a better system could be utilizing. He's got the A- 3-point and the A- perimeter defense. He actually had a really good shooting night just last episode. I just think trading him away to create space for Christian Braun to start playing for us makes a lot of sense. And so with that, we will be moving Chuma Okeke to power forward / small forward instead of, vice versa here. I don't think it really impacts his overall. He actually does go down 1 in overall, but that's fine. I think he'll be a fine power forward. He's actually a better rebounder than Royce O'Neal. Slightly, but he is. And so there you have it. So we're going to be starting Nemhard We're going to be playing Christian Braun, and Chuma Kiki's moving to power forward is basically how we're going to do this. Now, how are we going to do the minutes? I think Royce O'Neal and Chuma Kiki, and basically split time at power forward. And then Braun's going to come in and get 20 minutes there at that small forward spot. So here will be the new rotation here for the month of December, which we'll be playing this episode. And the game that I want to catch is here December 14th at Orlando. Let's go ahead and simulate till then. And if we have any wins, I'll show you the box score of those games. Here, just 2 games into the simulation, we've got ourselves our first victory with this new strategy. Karis LeVert, 19-7, led the way. Isaiah Joseph, both of our shooting guards, really carried this victory. Nembhard, 17-2-5, newly minted starter. Jalen Duren, 14-9, 3-3. Royce O'Neal, yeah, this is the assist value that he's getting us. Not going to shoot very much, but does the other things, and that's why I chose to keep him over Javonte Green. So 7-point victory. Only took us 2 games to get that 3rd win. So far, looks like maybe the changes we made might make at least a little bit of an impact. And here we are in December, already doubled up our win total here. Jalen Duren led us this time with 23, 7, an assist, and 4 blocks on 15 shots. Love to see it. Nembhard put in 18, 2 and 5. So kind of that 17, 18 and 5 seems to be the going rate for on wins. He was 10 of 10 from the stripe. Love to see it. And Christian Braun poured in pretty good full box score for us in this one. And then that would bring us to this Magic game. So we went, what was that, 2 and 4? That's a lot better with percentages than we've been experiencing thus far. So now we got what, the 4 and 21 Outlaws going to Orlando. Orlando has also been one of the worst teams this year, but Paolo Banchero, probably the main favorite to win Rookie of the Year, as he did in real life. He's also, I think, if we go ahead and look at the rookie report, last I checked, he was doing quite well this season as well. 21 points, nearly 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Gotta be the favorite for that. Jalen Duren continues to go down in terms of his production, so that's not doing well for his Rookie of the Year case, but hopefully as the season goes on, he can continue to raise that up, as his minutes per game is actually going down despite the fact that we put it up on the coach game plan. Just gotta make sure that that actually stuck. No, it did not. I guess I got off the game before that saved. So let's go ahead and do that right now while I am remembering and hop into this Magic game. Believe it or not, the Magic actually have a worse record than us, as we are seeing our road unis in action for the first time here. They are 4-23 to our 4-21, so if there's ever a chance for us to win, it's probably going to be this game. We've already allowed 2 offensive rebounds to start this game. Paolo Banchero pulling up from 3. I swear if we don't get this rebound, Jalen Duren does. LeVert driving it in on Suggs. He's got it inside, and the layup drops. So Vegas, the first to score in this ball game. Markel Fultz, nice pick from Wendell Carter, frees him up for the layup to tie this one early. LeVert going to get the high screen from Duren and find space from 3, where he will knock it down. In these episodes, LeVert has been our most consistent source of offense. LeVert going against Suggs. A little bit of a step back from close range. That one's good. LeVert scoring all of our points. That's a nice cutter play by Orlando. Gets Franz Wagner an open shot at the rim, where he will be fouled by Cam Reddish and still get the shot to fall. So he's got a 3-point play coming up, which he converts. Dump down to Wendell Carter, nearly stolen, but he gets it, but that's blocked by Duren. Beautiful defensive play there, pushing ahead to Reddish. who stops and pops from the mid-range, and that shot goes down. Markelle Fultz from the wing. He's going to get the Carter pick and pull up from the mid-range and drop that one in for 2. Leverts from the corner, dishes it inside to Royce O'Neal. Got free off the screen from Jalen Duren for the basket. Paolo Banchero, top of the key, isolating against Royce O'Neal. But Royce O'Neal is a really solid defender, but it won't matter there. Paolo Banchero is a bit bigger than Royce. Handoff to Leverts. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to attempt the wild layup, but it goes in. He has not yet missed a shot, and he's carrying this offense. Banchero, pick and roll with Carter. That's a nice feed, but Jalen Duren got a piece of that one. What a defensive play. Now he's going for the oop, and he slams it down on the other end. What a sequence by Jalen Duren. That's the kind of stuff we like to see. Banchero driving in on Royce O'Neal once again. Nice spin to create the space to drop that one home. Franz Wagner inside, dishes out to Suggs for 3. That one rattles out. Leverts driving in on Suggs. Layup drops for him. Suggs is a really good defender, but Levert's just been out powering him. Nice feed inside to Banchero on the cuts. Royce has been in his hip pocket, but it just hasn't mattered. Banchero is that much bigger and better. Levert, wide open 3 is bottoms. This is the kind of stuff that it feels like we get from other players every game, but this time it's coming from our guy. He's going to go inside off the screen, pull up from mid-range off the mark. We're pushing the other way. And Reddish, that's a nice transition bucket. Had a couple of magic around him, but gets it to go right over the top of him. Joe, he has Cole Anthony on him. Conley, he's got no time left on the shot clock. He's forced to put it up, and it will not fall. Markelle Fultz driving it inside. Isaiah Joe tried to help out there, but he doesn't quite have the length to alter that shot. Mike Conley dishes to Braun. He decides not to take the shot over Jonathan Isaac, who then just takes the ball from him. Isaac down low to Anthony. And Anthony pulls back and hits the shot over Isaiah Joe. Mike Conley, that's going to be a fired 3 from distance. No good. Cole Anthony driving inside on Isaiah Joe. Nice defense there, but the kick out to Bobo for a wide open 3 drops home. Magic within 2 now. Cole Anthony with the ball, gets the Jonathan Isaac screen. Dish down to Isaac. The layup goes. Nice 2-man action there from the Magic. Our second unit has not scored in this first quarter, and they'll only have really one more shot to. Mike Conley's missed a few shots. This just has not been his season. Yeah, had a really good episode 1 until the game got corrupted, and he just hasn't been the same since. Dwight Powell gets the nice feed inside, though. The reverse dunk gives us the lead back with just a couple of seconds left. And Cole Anthony's prayer shots will not be answered, and so we'll take the 26-24 lead. You can definitely tell that these aren't two teams ready to compete for a championship, if you want to say things nicely. Nembhard gets the screen from Powell and gets the little jump stop layup to go. His second shot of the evening. Isaac isolating top of the key against Reddish. I kind of like that matchup for us, and it doesn't fall, but Wendell Carter gets an animal and off of it. That's just lovely. Reddish is fed here on the post. He's got Banchero on him. Don't necessarily love that post matchup. Nemhard to Dern in the post. Shot clock winding down. Dern's going to have to find himself a shot, and he does over Wendell Carter. Nicely done. Banchero screen and roll with Wendell Carter. He's heavily guarded, but gets the shot to fall. He's a pretty talented basketball player, I must admit. Neymar to Okiki to Reddish. That's a pass inside to Okiki. Nice play. The screen by Jalen Dern set him wide open underneath the baskets. Suggs will go to work on him, but almost loses the ball. Royce O'Neal, perfect coverage on Banchero, but he hits the three nonetheless to tie this one at 32 apiece. Want to work on Suggs. Gets to the basket and gets the shot to go through the contact. Three-point play opportunity for LeVert. He continues to be our best source of offense. Just checked in, has already got himself 3 points here in the second quarter. Banchero, he's got Nemhard on the post. That's got to be a bad matchup for us, and it's going to have a result that I could have predicted. Honestly, I just would have let him dunk on me at that point. At least get 2 points instead of 3. Nemhard gets a nice screen from Dern, leaving him wide open from 3, which he will drop that one home. Screen by Bol will free up Cole Anthony to respond right back with the 3 of his own. Teams now trading baskets here in the second quarter. Magic feeding Banchero in the post. The turnaround shot is off the glass. And pure 16 points here with still half of the second quarter to go for Banchero. Nemhard driving in, spin, gets him free for the teardrop layup. That was a nice move by Nemhard there. Franz Wagner driving inside on Doran and gets it to go right over the top of him. Jonathan Isaac just absolutely shoves Mike Conley backwards. I think gets the shot to go. That is about what I expected. Conley pulling from deep here. That one goes down. Finally, he hits a shot. He has been so bad today. Nice screen by Dwight Powell. LeVert steps back and gets his shot to go. That one was clean. Cam Reddish finds himself open on the inside on the cutter play. Found him right on time, so he gets the dunk. Conley screened by Powell. Dishes it back to him. He's got Anthony on him and goes to the rim. Finishes strong and gets the foul call as well. Nice, strong drive by the center, taking advantage of the mismatch there. Nice to have a center who can handle it a little bit, you know. Got it at the free throw line, but was able to drive it in from there. Dwight Powell comes and sets the screen for Conley. He goes back inside. He's got Fultz on him and gets another and one. His second possession in a row, taking advantage of being switched on to by a guard. Trying to complete his second straight three-point play. This free throw, though, is offline. Conley has Reddish with a good look from 3, and that one will fall, reopening our double-digit lead. And the Vegas Outlaws will play for the final shots. Conley with the ball. He's going to pull up from the mid-range. The shot will be strong, but the Las Vegas Athletics have a double-digit halftime lead. What's up, Jabberwockies? Not here to see you today. LeVert with the ball. We've got time for one more screen and roll if he ever takes it. With 1 second left, he pulls from the mid-range, but he does get it to drop, so kudos to him. 9 shots made on 11 attempts. Banchero trying to drive inside on Royce O'Neal. Nice move there to create the space and get the inside shot to fall. Fultz dishes to Wagner. Wagner gets the screen from Banchero. Pass inside is perfect, and Banchero slams it home. Going inside, dishes now to Duran, who dishes out to Nemhard. Nemhard has to pull from the mid-range and gets it to go pure right down the barrel there. Reddish top of the key has Levert, who gets the screen from Duran, and the step back shot goes for him. He continues to be red hot, up to 25 on the night. That's a nice find. Bull was wide open underneath. Was not expecting that pass, but nice find by Anthony. Isaac, he's pulling from deep, and that one is good. That did not look good leaving his hand, but that must just be his jump shot. Bull, that was a nice feed. Bidatse towards the rim, and the Orlando Magic have stormed back to just a one-possession game. Isaiah Joe was open inside, but Mike Conley instead passes it straight to Bidatse, and the Orlando Magic get the transition basket. Conley almost shot it, instead kicks to Joe, who kicks to Braun, who pulls the three. No good. Okiki with the offensive rebound, slams it back home, and finally by a bucket. This second unit has struggled to score all night long. 10 seconds left in the quarter. What can this offense drum up? Probably another wide open shot that we're going to miss. Wow, I am a freaking prophet. Exactly what happened. That was frustrating to watch us just brick wide open shot from guys who were talented shooters. Isaiah Joe got plenty of open looks. I think he got like 3 wide open threes that he missed, something like that, which is just super frustrating. I'm going to show you before we start this fourth quarter here just how bad Mike Conley's been. 1 for 11. 1 of 8 from 3. He's so trash. If you take a look at everyone else, Jalen Duran's surprisingly the only other guy who's shooting under 50%, except for like you get all the way down to here. Isaiah Joe has sucked today so bad. Braun has sucked in his series debut. It's really been Karis LeVert. And then when he's off the court, we don't score. Wendell Carter, he got that one tipped by Duran, but Royce O'Neal doesn't get that rebound? Are you serious, dude? What are you doing? Grab the board, it's right there in your freaking hands. Nemhard gets the Jalen Duran screen and throws it to Wendell Carter. Dude, these terrible entry passes to the inside are bugging me, dude. Both teams are making them. Just like, how about not throw it straight to the defense? You ever heard of that? Behind the back, Reddish just gets pickpocketed by Markelle Fultz, who takes it coast to coast. Oh man, I don't know if I can watch another fourth quarter meltdown from this team, but it already seems like we're gonna get. LeVert, inside step back. No good. He has gone ice cold here in the fourth. Wagner is giving him a lot of troubles as Suggs was not. And if LeVert's not scoring, like I said before the fourth quarter started, we are not scoring. Anthony off the Banchero screen. Finds him open from 3. And that one is bottoms. Orlando leads by 11. We have not scored a point, and we're about to be 4 minutes into the fourth. Duran gets a screen for LeVert. Kick inside to Duran is stolen again. Can we just feed Duran on the inside without throwing it to Orlando? Can we do that once? I've seen it way too many times for this game for me to not be frustrated with it. Throw it to our players, not theirs. LeVert, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. This offense is so bad, dude. Oh my gosh. Banchero just blew by our defense there. If we don't score one single point prior to the 6-minute mark of the fourth, I'm simulating the rest of this game. I'm doing it. This is ridiculous. We have not scored a point in the fourth because we keep throwing the ball to Orlando. Holy hell, we scored. Franz Wagner inside, gets a nice pass and gets the finish as well. This has been worse than episode 2 in the fourth quarter. What is going on? Nice, dude. Jalen Duren sets the pick, and we actually hit him. We hit him in stride on a pick and roll and didn't throw it to Wendell Carter Jr. Miracles exist, and he scores 2 free throws. Moncaro driving in on Chuma. LeVert came for the help, but it didn't mean much. Duren sets the screen. LeVert tries to dish it to him, and he gets the reverse dunk. Don't know how he got that pass to him, but finally we're finding Duren a little bit. Moncaro gets it to go over 3 defenders. Sick. And that will make the Magic lead but now 20 with 2 minutes left. I'm not... This just makes... Watching this team literally makes my eyes bleed. Karis LeVert got to 25 points on like 12 shots and missed 8 in a row after that. Duren was weirdly only 50%, but he would have had his normal game if people knew how to pass the ball on this team. But unfortunately, we have a bunch of people who don't know how to pass. And Mike Conley is straight up awful. He is so bad at basketball. He's just taking off the dribble threes like he's Steph Curry. And obviously he's not hitting them because he's not Steph Curry by a mile. So, this was a very frustrating game to watch. Once again, just a second half collapse. Like, why do we lose the ability to play basketball in the fourth quarter on this team? Probably reflects bad on Jacob Underwood as a coach, honestly. Maybe he's not the guy here for this team. We would only win 1 more game for the entire month of December, and it would be a really big one for Jalen Duren, who'd lead us with 34 and 18 on 15 shots. Free throws wasn't too great, but he definitely wasn't good enough to lead us to the win. 12 and 9, a near double-double for Nembhard on 11 shots. Pretty good there as well. So, yeah, we're now through December, and this team is trash cans McGee. Let's go ahead and see where that 5 wins puts us. The Jazz are only 1 win ahead of us, actually. They are also tanking for Jackson Baldwin. The Magic still only at 7, and of course we are one of those. Or maybe even 2. If we played the Magic twice, it doesn't matter. But the point is that this team is really, really trash. We haven't played them twice. We're about to play them here. Probably going to play against, I don't know, maybe the Pistons next because they have Jaden Ivey. But, oh boy. This has been quite bad. Actually, I know what we're doing next episode. The next episode is going to be really fun. So tune into that one. But, really, I don't have much else to say here. We might not be even doing 1 month an episode for the rest of this year. I think I've seen enough from this team to know that we are a lost cause. I hope you guys have too. The thing is, I don't show most of the misses in my episodes. I don't know the right really way to portray 2K. Maybe I show more of the misses and don't show all of the makes. I try to keep my episodes really around 30 minutes, and the gameplay itself, as I'm showing it, is 30 minutes. So I need to find the perfect balance of how to portray these games. If you guys have suggestions on how you would like to see these games, do you want to see more of the misses and maybe not every, I don't show every make, but I show pretty much 90% of them. Maybe less of the makes, but more of the misses to kind of get more of a feel of who's hot and who's cold. Let me know, because I'm happy to change things up. We're getting the stats back up for Duren. These are trending back the way we like them. But yeah, I think at this rate, you know what I might do? We might just try to get Duran stats down at this rate, and which means play through our star. We don't have a star per se, but the highest overall player in our starting lineup is Jalen Duran, and that might increase his volume and thus increase his stats. So we'll see if that helps at all. Going through January next episode, but like I said, I've got a fun way to do it. So tune in for that. That episode will be coming out soon, and I will see you then.